Okay, Sunday morning in the kingdom, and I survived. Yes, I did the whole weekend or whatever, Friday night and all day Saturday, changing the external drives, sorting the pictures, getting things organized. That was a stressful job because you cut and paste and move it here, move it there. Unreal. But we got organized, and we thank that fellow in Alberta. Yes, Alberta, for sending us the funds to buy this stuff, and also to Best Buy for getting it here within 24 hours, or actually 28. Unreal. So this morning we woke up to minus 25 Celsius, but feels like minus 36. And then on the yo-yo scale, minus 13 Fahrenheit, but feels like minus 33. Also too, tomorrow is Monday. Yes, Monday. So you know what that means? It's Monday the 13th. So that'll be an official holiday in the kingdom. Friday the 13th isn't bad. You can make it through the day. And then at 5 o'clock happy hour, have drinks to, overcome the dramatic experience of Friday the 13th. And then you have all weekend to party on. But Monday the 13th, that means you have all week to suffer in doom and gloom. All right. So tomorrow we have to remember it's the Monday the 13th. All right, there we go. I brought the vacuum out. I'll put it down here. Don't look at the cleavage. We are also in a high pressure air system. The wood stoves are burning good. Yes, 15 minutes after fire up, there's heat. Can you feel that? Ooh, I can feel it. And plus, when you open the wood stove door, you don't get a face full of smoke. All right, what else we got on the list? Oh, I'm not too organized. Oh, I got to take the glove off. All right, here we go. All right. In that box of gifted stuff, look at that. Withers original, but look at this little seam. Yes, this reminds me of the candy cigarette packs we had when we were kids growing up. So you'd buy a pack of this and then you'd, smoke those cigarettes just like mother. Yes, but we were also cool. Yes, we took these here candy cigarette packs and put them in the sleeve of our t-shirt, just like John Milner in American Graffiti, because he was cool. Yeah, he was one cool dude. Yes, and also too, that's Paul LaPlante. He is also an Amazon author too. He has some books on there that he wrote back during his acting days, and he has them on there. I featured one of the books on my Amazon channel. Yes, my book author page. There's me standing there holding Paul LaPlante's book. All right, what else is on the list? That's the joys of doing those external drive changeovers. You have to have a drink while you're watching it. 30%, 40% load up or transfer over. All right, we got the American Graffiti, John Milner, Paul LaPlante, and Dave Smith. I was inebriated last night, and I don't know why I wrote Dave Smith down. Dave Smith doesn't ring a bell, John Smith, John Doe, I don't know. So maybe we should say hi to Dave Smith, because maybe there's a reason why I wrote his name down. I don't know. All right, and also too, it's bad in the South when Jack Daniels tourism place closed down in Tennessee. It's bad when they close the booze store. Up here, it doesn't matter if it's snow, cold, or blowing or whatever. The booze store is always open. Yes. All right, let's back up. We'll do a quick scroll. We gotta, change out the trailers there. All right. Last night we had a good burn, high pressure system, good ties, and lots of wet wood. Yes, that's how we controlled the burn. I don't know if we're going to have sunshine today or anything. We got lots of smoke happening, but that's for the Swedish kid. And also too, I untangled the flags this morning so they look good and offend some people. I still can't believe it. A flag offends people. Oh my, get a life. Yes, move out of WHO-ville. Yes, speaking of WHO-ville, we never put it down or let them pass it up or whatever, that they kind of do a shitty job grading and block the road. But if they actually did a good job and didn't block us in, wow, we'd be shocked. What, they took a liking to us after all these years? No. When they're trained or hired onto the grader, they're told to block in the King of Obsolete because I'm an asshole. Oh, well, I better go. Here comes the boss. We have a kind of a busy day planned today. I don't know what we're doing. We're going to wander around aimlessly lost. Oh, well, here he comes, the boss. Okay, quickly walk the dogs, come back, and the flags are tangled. They didn't last very long untangled, just like my marriages. They didn't last long. Okay, we had the famous black cat on the timer last night because we have to take him out to, correct the mistakes or The misgivings of the town of WHO-ville, yes. So you have to plow so the staff can get in and out, but that's no problem. We'll drag the kingdom too. But also too, I stuffed some tarp in there because there's airspace between the canvas and the motor hood or whatever. But oh well, we'll just stuff the tarp in there and it keeps the motor warmer. All right, let's go have a morning coffee or second cup of coffee with lots of beverage because it's Sunday and tomorrow is Monday the 13th. Oh, how we're going to suffer.
Sunday morning in WHO-ville, it's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see, it is pretty cloudy out here right now. We're actually supposed to get some more snow, so let's head inside, let the dogs out and make breakfast, and at 1 p.m. I'll head over to the kingdom and see what we're doing today. 12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. The wind is picking up, but it is still trying to snow, so let's head inside, see if the dogs want to go out. I doubt they will because it is pretty chilly out here, and then make lunch. I think I'm just going to have leftovers from last night. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 23 degrees Celsius, which is minus 9 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Looks like it's going to be a windy day. The sun is trying to make an appearance. Let's get the skidoo out and head over to the kingdom. Just after 1 p.m. and I made to the kingdom. Looks like my dad is getting the famous black cat out so we can head around to the edge of WHO-ville and clear out my little skidoo trail. Then my dad will drag the yard a bit and we'll have to get the mini out and do some firewood. So let's get the famous black cat started and go have some fun. Down at the front gate now, and I'm just waiting for my dad to bring the famous black cat around, and the chain drags, we'll leave them down at the front here and then head into WHO-ville and go clear out my little trail. I'm still testing out the new mic, so sorry if I'm repeating myself over and over again. I'm trying to figure out the right place to have my mic on me. .1:30, I made it over to the corner of WHO-ville. This is my skidoo trail, and as you can see, there's a straight wall right on my trail. That's when they came down to plow in behind the kingdom there and made that big mess. Not sure why they keep blocking me in. You can clearly see there's a trail there and that I've been using it. Now I can hear my dad coming, so I'll get a little video of him pulling the snowbank back. almost 2 p.m. We made it back into the kingdom. My dad hooked up to the chain drag and now he'll go drag the yard. In my last video when we were coming back into the kingdom, you could see that my dad was not wrecking my little skidoo trail. We don't plow it out either because the windrows will get up too high and I won't be able to use the trail. We also use the famous black cat because, as you can see, it did not make ruts in my trail like the smaller cats do, so we will continue to use the famous black cat to clear up my skidoo trail. Now let's head back into the kingdom and get the mini out. Made it back up into the kingdom and got the mini out. Now I'll take the fancy trailer in behind the house and put it beside the long trailer, and then I'll empty it out and fill up the tubs. 2 p.m. and I'm in behind the house now. I just got the fancy trailer parked. Now I'll quickly fluff up the long trailer and then fill the tubs and head back around to the shop. I have to bring this little box trailer over to the shop because it has a bunch of firewood in it. 2:30 and I was able to get all the tubs filled. Now I will take this back around to the hose shack and drop all the bins off. Within the next couple days the long trailer should be emptied. I just have a little bit left in the back and then I pull all the rocks out. Made it back up to the shop and put the tubs away. Just put the mini away as well. Now I'll head over to the shop and help my dad cut up some firewood. Back in behind the house now, and I have to fill up the wagon while my dad cuts some rail ties. I'm going to take wood out of the long trailer and the fancy trailer, then I'll head back around to the shop. It is pretty cold out here, but I have one of those hand warmers that were gifted to us to keep my phone warm. Didn't take me very long and I was able to get the wagon filled up. I can't overfill it because the one side here is falling off. This wagon is about 10 years old and I think it's time for a new one. Now we'll head back around to the shop and see if my dad's done cutting up rail ties. 3 p.m. and I made it back over to the shop and I have the wagon outside. My dad's just cutting up some rail ties and those can go in the shop first and the wagon goes in last. Just after 3 p.m. we got all the rail ties cut and put in the shop. I'm officially done in the kingdom, so I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m.
Okay, that was a good day for dragging. Nice and cold. We had a little fresh powder of snow and the drags were cutting good. Just look at that. We're very pleased. And the famous black cat was pulling in third gear, but not full throttle. It's just enough to pull it along. That's all we need. So we're very pleased how this turned out. The staff couldn't film because of the recording of the mic. That mic seems to pick up all the background noises. It's a good thing it's not in the bedroom. All right, so here we go. We got this drag here, but this is our end product. Look at our end product. It's got grooves in it. Grooves mean traction. If that was totally smooth like dragging tires, that means it's slippery. And then how do you steer when you're going around the corner? You don't. You hit the snowbank. Yes. Oh, wait. I did that on Ricochet Hill. Oh, my 15 seconds of fame on ice road truckers back in the day. But that's what you want. You want a nice groove, smooth surface. It's unreal how uneven the ground is right here. Man, look at how smooth we got it. All right, we got the wood stove stocked up. We got some sunshine there. All right, let's go have a coffee with some beverage, and then we might be done for the day so I can work on my book. Yes, Skilled Saw Loggers. Okay, well, we're out working hard on a Sunday. Sir Rodney is out fishing, and he finally caught a big fish. So here's the picture of him with his big fish. He couldn't record it or anything because his mic was acting up. Oh, the joys. We should somebody should invent a mic that works in the cold. Yes, in the cold. So here's Sir Rodney smiling because he caught the big one. Yes, the big one. Okay, the dogs are barking. We're short videos, so we'll add some video from the past and call it good. So everybody gets the full 20-minute nap. Now I'll go figure out why the dogs are barking. Well, Friday morning in the kingdom, we'll start off with a little selfie stick here. I had to get up early and unload the truck from the south that brought my parts. This box is worth about $10,000. And it took about 3 months to gather up all the parts in the south. So the 45 Chevy 3-ton and the 46 will get the springs, and the other trucks will get all the loose ends. All right, now I better get unpacking. Okay, back in 2018, I ordered 2 new front springs for the 38 Maple Leaf, which is the same spring, same leaf count, same everything as the 45, 46 Chevy trucks. And these springs landed back in WHO-ville here, the kingdom, was just over $1,000 for 2 springs, all redone and ready to go. So now, living in the new world of 2022, these spring prices have jumped drastically. Here's both front springs for the 45 and for the 46 Chevy. The price increase was unreal. We had a $3,300 cost overrun on these springs here. which is, you know, par for the course. I didn't mind paying because the spring shop was very upfront and honest, and I know through my internet friends around the world that getting spring parts is very hard to come by. The spring shop was able to get springs from another vehicle and take out the leaves they need. You can see they took it apart there to make the leaves for the back rear springs on the 45 and 46. So we got all new U-bolts, but I also doubled the order so we can have springs or parts in the future because the roads are very rough up here. But I have no regret in spending this kind of money for this because it's my dad's estate money. And if he's upset with me in heaven, well, he should have got the springs redone back in 77 when it was a lot cheaper. Oh well. Okay, the next quest for Rodney at Westrans, or Sir Rodney at Westrans, was to find the new hinges for the Chevy trucks. So Chevy used the rolled material, whatever, back in 45 and their 30s or whatever, and after 80 years they kind of spring apart, and then you screw nail it back together or screw bolt it back together. It doesn't quite work. So Sir Rodney had to find me hinges off of Cousin Eddie's RV because these are work perfectly, and you can see you had to find them extra long so they'll fit, and I can cut them down so the pins fit in and everything. So that was quite the quest for him, but we got 4 hoods to do, so that tells you why we have to order in bulk. Okay, the next thing Sir Rodney had to do was a 3-year quest to get the park brake cables for the heavy duty trucks, because all the Chevy old truck sites and websites and Facebook pages sell for the half tons and the 3/4 tons, but not for the big heavy duty trucks. So I sent Sir Rodney a sample of the seized up park brake cable, and it took him a couple of tries and visiting with his friends or whatever in the cable industry of the truck world, and they were able to come up with some park brake cables that will work. So that was only $1,000 sitting here. Oh, there's my hand. That's $1,000 sitting here for these cables, and they're done right. So I don't mind spending this money because it's my dad's money, and he should have got these cables bought back in 1977 when the GM dealer had them in stock. Oh, and this is our beverage mix. So we buy 7-Up to go with the orange juice, and we also buy the ginger ale because nobody buys ginger ale. So this gives the orange juice a little bit of kick so when we add the vodka. Okay, this is a slow project figuring out the springs because they sent up springs to replace the ones that were broken. As you can see, this leaf or stack of leaves over here is totally different, so it's a lot of new stuff in it. So we've had compression to try and squeeze them down because this is what happens when you put the new style springs into the old style springs. So, but I marked everything very well using colors, and I have my printed out drawing so I know how they go, so that works out pretty good. So this is actually going pretty good. It just takes a little longer or takes your time, and it's getting done. Okay, 10 to 5 on Friday, and of course we didn't get the nuts for the U-bolts, but that's no problem. We'll phone the guy in the morning or on Monday and see where the nuts are. Maybe there's a nut shortage in the world, but we can still keep going because there's lots of work to do on this rear end. And to get these black springs, because they're not curved to the old ones, so I have to use my ski compressor. Yes, a ski compressor. This is what we compress the ski runner or the ski shoe onto the steel body or whatever box we build for making these winter freighting sleighs. So it's working out pretty good. I'm hoping to get this back together and in the shed before the rains come, because we're having a warm day here. So warm day equals thunder showers. Oh well, I better get back to work. The boss is coming. Well, I was able to find some nuts to put the springs to hold the springs onto the rear end so I can call it a day. It's Friday. I don't know what time it is. Probably 6 o'clock. It's time to go drink some beer. I know that for sure. What a struggle today, but we did it. Talk to you guys later.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 23 degrees Celsius, which is minus 9 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was pretty chilly out there this afternoon, so let's head inside, see if the dogs want to go out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, end of day video, and the moon is over here. All the other videos is over there. So something's happened with the rotation of the Earth or the gravitational pull, because the moon is over there. Maybe the Earth sped up, because our end of day videos for the last 3 or 4 days has been within about a 15-minute time range, just close to 5 o'clock. So there the moon's over there. So maybe that's because tomorrow is Monday the 13th. Yes, so that's an omen or something. The moon's not catching up with the Earth. Oh my. Let's go have another drink. All right, we got the wood stove stocked up. Look at them burn. I think it's chilly out here, but we're very pleased at the texture of snow we got for dragging. Yes, the drags we're cutting, we got the grooves. We're very pleased. And look at the tangled mess of the flags. That's going to be me later tonight. Oh, wait, I got to stay sober and write a book. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.